Hey, morning, people. What's up? Slight little delay here, but hope you're all doing well. Getting ready for a big day of streaming here. Just gonna be breaking it down what we got cooking in terms of the news today, because today we have Opex, right? The main thing that we can expect from today is. Sorry, I just got a little sidetracked here. Main thing that we could expect for today is kind of just wonky movement. Realistically, what I'm looking at right now, we got a PPI report that came in pretty hot pre-market. We had another inflation gauge, right? The purchase price index, if I'm breaking that down correctly. But the year over year, the forecast was expected at 0.6%, 0.6%. The prior was 1%. The actual that came out was 0.9%, so 0.9%. The month over month came out super hot. Expected 0.1%, came out 0.3%. The core year over year was expected at 1.6%. The prior was 1.8%. And the actual that came out was 2%, so hotter than the last print that we saw. The core month over month 0.5% compared to 1/10 expected and 0 in the prior. So pretty hot number right here, and we got a nice little pullback in the market based off of that. And I'm going to break down more so what my expected trading strategy and plan for the day is as we come into Opex. Remember, Opex, a lot of money is expiring today, a lot of options contracts are expiring today. The SPX, I believe it was like over $1 trillion of value is going to expire on today's session. About $500 billion in individual equities, and I believe around $1 trillion for the indexes as well. So a lot of money coming down the wire today, and from that I expect some kind of originating move and then probably fade into the remainder of the day after that first move. So something that we'll consider as well. But to word about Opex, one of the things that I'll be talking about a little more throughout the day today is that Opex, right, options expiry can get just very wonky. So I know a lot of people are potentially looking at things like super microcomputers, right, the stock, or whatever other stocks, looking for potential continuations of that trend, of that move. Just, or even the index, right? If you're trading the futures, looking for these exaggerated potential rallies on Friday, just be very cautious that there's a lot of money expiring today and re-hedging, repositioning a lot by big money. So it could get a little wonkier. I recommend dropping down the size if you haven't traded this kind of event. Just keep in mind the conditions, and the main thing to do here is not go on a tilt, not go crazy, right? We have some spending signs that came out right after a few months of consumer spending surprising to the upside. Retail sales fell 0.8% month over month to $700 billion in January, more than 0.1% decline expected, and a turnaround from December's 0.4% month over month increase. In development, attributed to the seasonal issue and the holiday hangover, right? U.S. stocks still ended the session higher yesterday. Traders generally shrugging off new data as well as a hot CPI print that came out this week. And even on this last PPI print here, seems pretty hot, but you can see, as well, we'll see in a bit, but the rebid comes in pretty aggressively from the area that we were most interested in. There's some news out of automakers, right? They've been debating the future of the industry for years now, with a starting point just as confusing as the finish line. So the question is as old as Toyota, Prius, and General Motors EV1, mixed with a large dose of subsidies, practicality, demand, and regulations. Rising competition across the globe, especially from China, is also upending many prior presumptions and is even bringing traditional rivals close together. So there's a breakdown in Tesla, right? The two auto giants, along with Tesla and others, have been feeling some serious heat from China's top electric vehicle maker. Chief among them is Berkshire Hathaway-backed BYD, which has been completely obliterating rivals on the price and even top Tesla in sales last year. While subsidies have played a part in its path to success. The new EV industry leader also owns the entire supply chain for its batteries and benefits from cheaper manufacturing costs in China. And if there are no more trade barriers established, Elon Musk in the post earnings call last month, they will pretty much demolish all most other car companies in the world. They're extremely good. So high tariffs on China imposed during the Trump administration have kept BYD out of the U.S., but the company is eyeing a plant in Mexico that American car makers fear can be used to make inroads under the USMCA trade agreement. Last year, 25% of all the vehicles sold in Mexico were sourced in China. Ford's Farley declared the world is changing, and the Detroit automaker also recently pulled back on the EV investment after losing $4.7 billion on its battery-powered car unit in 2023, and it may lead it to adopt more of a plug-in hybrid strategy or diversified approach long advocated by the likes of Toyota. The EV growth slowdown is good for Ford. A few researchers have been looking at that, allowing for more time to milk its profitable core business and work on its next-gen products. So some news out of those automakers there. In terms of the equity market, right, I'll be looking at a few different, I'll be looking at a few different equities today, right? I'm also going to keep some eyes on individual names as well, right? What was super microcomputers? This thing's freaking exploding, and I think not that I'm going to be trading this like a crazy madman, right? But I think it's just worth keeping an eye on. It's funny at this point. It's gapped up more, I believe, right? It crossed that $1,000 barrier yesterday, and it's gapped up another $70. That's very interesting. Also like triple Qs. The triple Qs have a little long position going on for them, so I'll take a look at that as well. But the way I see this, right, on the screen right now, you have the NASDAQ volume profile here, and what I see with the NASDAQ profile, realistically, this pull down came in from an area that had some pretty heavy volume into these 10s, 20s, right, the 18,000, 10, 20 area. From the prior time we've tested that, so that acted as some kind of resistance. But I think that this news that pulled down based on that PPI gets bought up pretty quickly. A lot of volume opening up here. This is what I mentioned pre-market in our little Discord room, trying to buy that NASDAQ. Actually, some people got long the S&P. So picked up a decent little bit on NASDAQ in this like kind of wider range after we pulled back. So I'm long a touch NASDAQ here pre-market. With all this volume shaping up, I think that we could maybe complete the auction higher, go and tag that 18,000 level. I think this first move gets faded to start the session, meaning we could get a little pop to the upside. But I'm treading very, very cautiously today as Opex is shaping up, right? A day that I don't want to oversize, overtrade, or be at the markets for a very long time. The S&P is very pivotal at some key areas right now. This mid to low 30, right? A shitload of volume gets created here. A lot of buyers step into that area. I was busy buying NASDAQ. I missed the long on the S&P, but again, very, very important area to hold here, this mid to low 30 for that continuation. We'll see what happens back into that higher 50. Ideally, we tag that 66. 66 got offered super aggressively in the most recent highs that helped spur a decent bit of this pull down. So I think as long as we can hold above like these mid 50s on the S&P, most likely going to be seeing a decent rally in the markets that could potentially hit that 5100 area, right? It's not necessarily out of the question, but I get cautious back under that lower mid 30 on the S&P, and then down into the 20. Someone was buying like a madman yesterday, so that's something to take into consideration too. 20 is the next support, then we have the 06, and then down to the 96. A few supports there, but I don't get super happy with the bulls under this like mid 30 on the S&P. Realistically, that's one of the main things that I'll be cautious of going forward here. No. So I'm just looking for some information here. This is garbage. I'm gonna open up the live trading room as well here on Zoom. 1 second. As we get ready, market's about to open in like 15 minutes. What's going on here? What is going on? I'm trying to get into this Zoom meeting. First, whoever was asking where I got the information of what's expiring today, Goldman Sachs report. The Goldman Sachs.
Recording in progress.
Top screen share. Oh, you box it. Nobody ready.
All right.
So
Well,
with
good
these
morning, Bonnie.
guys.
Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Tradepro Academy.
Do this update here. This is what we have in our room.
$40 over where we opened yesterday. Again, we are on the J contract, the Aprils. You can see the pivot is sitting at 77.06. VWAP is just above that at the 77.29 level. We caught our open this morning in the 77.70s. First level of resistance above is at 78.59. First level of support below is at 76.04. The Globex session was flat until about 8 o'clock, and then it started grinding upwards. And so, because of that, trend traders or trends are green. You can see that since just about 8 o'clock, we started making higher highs and higher lows. Now, we did fail to we just put in a barely higher high just now, and looks like we're putting in a little bit of a lower low, so the market may be flattening. So on the trend, you're going to need it to show us that it really does want to go up, and for that, you're going to need a higher high. Get a higher high, get above that $78 level on the retrace. You can get long on the pullback and see if this will run as a trend. If not, you're going to have to evaluate this for a range. Looks like the lower end's around the opening area of 77, 71. Right now, the upper area of that $78 level. So that $78 level looks like it's providing a little bit of resistance at this moment. Really no place to get short. I guess if you got a good break of the open to the downside, then on the retrace you can get short for a run of the VWAP. But that would definitely be a fake trade. So here we sit in the middle again. We'll just have to watch it, give it an opportunity to kind of show us which direction it wants to go. If it goes up here to 78 and we can't get above that again, then you can get a range short, treat it as a fade. But we're just gonna have to watch it and see what it does, and we'll do that. Let you know what's up. Bonnie, back to you.
Thank you, Boxy. Okay, Trade Pros. As far as the S&P here,
As you guys can see on the volume profile, we just keep like making higher highs. Yesterday we kind of held the 20 area consistently on the session until we kind of poked above mid high around 50-60. For today's session, the most relevant levels or the most relevant distribution is like pretty much between this area, the low end, which is around 32-35. I got long like around this region on some micros. It was a one-touch bounce. If you take a look at like any tick chart, it was hard to get long. I had to chase out of micros, so that's kind of the low end of that distribution between 32 and 35. And for the upper end, you have two single prints, you know, between 48 and 52, and you have a lot of volume accumulating around the mid 50s as well, which makes like this whole region pretty much like a sellable zone. So I'm looking for 3 trades honestly this morning. The first trade is like either fade it, like fade short around the mid 50s. If it gets offered, this is a bullish market. We keep making higher highs. You're fading pretty much like all-time high area. It's not really a good idea unless you have a strong qualification, and we get that through the DOM and the selling that comes in. So it has to be a good qualifier for me to try that trade. The second trade is like I'll do that like low 30, 28 to 30 long again if it comes back into this region. And below there, I only have one trade, which is like yesterday, the long 20 kind of held all session, a lot of buyers into that region. If it comes back there again, you know, you kind of become more skeptical on the buy side, but at the same time, I think it will hold for a bounce of at least 5-6 points. And honestly, those are the 3 trades I'm looking for today. I don't want to trade anywhere outside of these levels. It's Opex. We have 200,000 on the daily volume, 2400,000 actually, sorry. And we have Opex, we have 9-10 fit bar speech, and we have at 10 a.m. we have consumer confidence. That's as far as the S&P. Nasdaq, again, same story, different asset. I believe it held around 790. Let me just check the chart quickly. Yeah, Nasdaq pretty much same story, held around like 700-900 and bouncing higher. I wasn't looking at Nasdaq because I was kind of trading the S&P, but I think like back into that 900 region, like another bounce from that area can be a get long into. And you know, Nasdaq, I don't really see an area to get short until you get up to like 80-20. So yeah, just again, keep in mind guys, the Opex, lesser size, lesser trades, faster take profit. Ideally, this isn't a market condition where you want to put size, you know, or trying to recover from like a loss on the week or anything. This is, you know, capital preservation mode for today. And yeah, keep that in mind.
Morning.
What's up, Vic? How are you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Let's share the screen here. Let me just switch this.
What was up $70, Vic? You said something was up like big pre-market. I think I heard it on YouTube or something.
SMCI or whatever, the what's it called, the
SMCI,
that like super micro computer that's just been running crazy like on the back of Nvidia and AMD. Let me just make sure. I gotta switch this account so I'm not clicking the wrong shit because that goes horrible. And okay, things should be okay now. I'm gonna be watching that one. Not that I like want to trade it or like need to trade it realistically. It's just one of those names that's just been parabolically going higher. I'm not gonna pretend like I have a piece on it. Like I know some people that actually are pretty long and like making good money off it, which is great. I'm just gonna watch it, you know. Maybe we like burn a few dollars trying to buy some today. I don't know. Just jump on that GME type train and just YOLO a little position. But it's not something I take super seriously right now. Like this thing's just like up like 1 billion%. It's not something I would have an edge on realistically. with Opex, like I was saying before on like the YouTube update, you gotta just be like super careful with this. Um, I'm I still like Nasdaq into these lows. Remember yesterday, unfortunately, I bought Nasdaq a few times, so did Fatty, but this thing eventually bottomed out and ripped like crazy. I still like Nasdaq into these lows, like I said in the pre-market. I was bidding into that like 15 to 20 area, or actually no, a little higher. That's a lie, like 18 to like 25 ish. So like I had an average fill of 920 on Nasdaq. Took most of it off. I want to see maybe we can bid it again with Opex at the beginning, like the morning session. I don't know, man. Like I think the first move gets faded on the session. As long as we can hold these like 30s. I couldn't buy both the S&P and the Nasdaq, but I guess that was just too slow. But as long as we hold this like lower 30, mid 30 on the S&P, I think we should be fine realistically. Today, like, I'm gonna decrease size. I don't want to trade too much, like, especially on the S&P. If there's a good opportunity, that's fine. But all in all, Friday Opex, these days are account destroyers.
Yeah. It really gets choppy. It doesn't market kind of doesn't respect like the structure and the levels. People are hedging, getting out of position. It's just really not the best session. And cutting size is honestly a must in today. If you choose to avoid today, like if you're positive on the week, it's a good choice as well. Working on not chasing stuff all over the place.
No, I'm risking my full week's profit for a YOLO today.
Not long on S&P, man. Like I started like bidding in 32, but then I was like, this is going too strong here. I ended up with a 34 fill. I was like, I'm not gonna chase.
That's well, at least you didn't fill 41. Time is it? We got like 3 minutes till the market open. I'm streaming this on YouTube today, see what happens. But I probably won't be looking at the stream too much. I'm just going to be trading this, so if people comment on this and you don't see a response, my bad. With S&P and NAS, realistically, NAS under 920-ish, right? Like, not looking super sexy for the longs. ES under like this mid-low 30, not looking that great for the longs. But as long as those areas hold, plus or minus a few points, I don't mind looking for some kind of upside trajectory on this. ES, like, we've created a lot of volume away from the POC that kind of failed into this 56 or whatever.
What big level are you looking at for Nasdaq again, Vic?
Like 920-ish.
I know you're looking.
Like plus or minus like 10 point. Well, actually no, like 910 to 920. Let's just call it there.
To 920, yeah. It's always a range, you know. You never get the exact level.
Yeah.
And on SPOOs, like if you get it like the area within a 4-point range, that's good. Especially if you're using it like a 3-4 point stop. And on Nasdaq, because it just moves so much quicker and on a bigger, like if you get it within a 10-point range, that's the area. Yesterday, man, like the first.
You should have kept buying with me, bro. It worked out in the end.
I know. I lost.
Tactic 101.
Yeah. It's just they were so like 2 quick stops, you know. When I came back on S&P, I swear I was like moonwalking in the kitchen.
I bought like
I was like,
everything into that dip on the S&P, on the Nasdaq, more options on triple Qs. Like once
nice.
I saw someone buying
That's
4,000 on the S&P and I'm just holding the bid, like I was like, oh shit, this is it.
that's good. Honestly, that's what it takes, guys. You just keep doing it. You have a plan. Sometimes you get losses.
Yeah, just the Nasdaq yesterday was just super weak on those like 13F
Yeah.
releases, and I was like, oh my god, what was this shit called? I can never get. Do I have like dyslexia? Oh yeah, I got it right. SMCI. Wow. When was that earnings report? Because after that earnings, the thing's up like another 100%, I swear. It was. Ah, shit, I don't know where it is. January 29th. The high was just under
It's a
500
study,
bucks.
Christopher. Sorry. It's a study, Christopher. Time. Just look into studies.
Yeah, it's a study, like the clock study. I feel like if you just type in clock, you'll be able to find it. Like, there's the open. Let's see. Give it a few minutes off this open. If the S&P doesn't move in the first hour, I don't know, just close the computer down.
Nasdaq coming into that 20 region.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this whole market some time though.
A minute to settle, yeah. Good idea. Consistent offering here on S&P. 600 went off for 39.5. 400 offered 40. Some weakness earlier on. Nasdaq trying to bounce up that like 10 region, but it's just looking weak, kind of like yesterday's open. Where it's just like too weak. All like each time it pops to the upside, it kind of gets sold off back pretty quickly. So you don't want to get in front of that. Wait.
So I'm not constantly trying to buy this Nasdaq right now. Unlike yesterday, if anything, like now we're kind of through that 920 on Nas, like even just looking for a potential sell. Yeah, tech's getting beat up here. I guess I haven't done anything.
who's coming into interest trading region here between 32 and 35. Yeah, got long there pretty much pre-market. I wouldn't mind doing it again. Nasdaq kind of bounced to like back into the 20 region. If it blows through here, probably be a bit long on S&P.
Yeah, to watch this Nasdaq in that 920-ish.
You're looking for a sell there?
Yeah.
Back into that region, yeah.
I don't know if I get it though. Decent offer. Let's see if this S&P gets buried under this area. Nasdaq into like maybe 8.
Not really coming into the 20, yeah, 10.
870, 860 could be a decent reversal area if we pull down into that region.
I'm gonna give Spoo's long shot 35, 30, way more higher.
I don't see anything
600
right now.
on the offer. 700.
They're trying to bid like large size on the ES, getting reoffered lower. Not that I'm saying I want to short right into this area right now, but
It's offered pretty easily there.
yeah.
Pushes like they get kind of like a lot of selling came in 36, managed to like some bits came, managed to do like a push to the upside, then it just got offered pretty easily. 460 again on the sell at 36. I'm okay with that long. It's kind of early on. I see more size, but I think like selling is getting jammed here. But you have a like very weak Nasdaq as well. Nasdaq kind of tagged that 920 now, trying to sell. Not really helping the S&P long case.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what some of the individual big names are doing. I took some calls on this super micro nonsense, like just pure YOLO. Friday YOLOs.
Is that the chart?
Yeah, bro, look at this thing. This is a daily chart.
Wow. Oh my god.
I know. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I don't know, bro. This is like, whatever happens, happens on this shit. Like, Apple's holding up pretty okay right now. Microsoft, let's see. Microsoft, a little red on the day, kind of flat on a lot of things here. Nvidia obviously trying to run higher. AMD running higher, which is good. I have some swings. What is this? Meta doing okay here. Nasdaq dumping really nice. I don't know. It's up like 25 points from that entry. I might cut some, I might not. So I don't know. I don't really want to get long anything right now. I think maybe even the ES might have a little more downside. I might trim some of this NAS on this downside leg. It's up pretty nice. Maybe we can go and tag a new low. I have that like 860-ish area, 850 as a main target on NAS. S&P, I don't know. I kind of want to see what happens into that 20 on the S&P because, you know, like Jimmy and his friends bought the hell out of it. Like, typed in the wrong symbol. This thing just... lol. I'm sure at Nasdaq. I'm not buying this S&P just yet. Like, we're in an area of interest on the S&P. We held that pre-market pretty well after the PPI report.
Keeps offering that big cluster of negative delta. Not a healthy sign, really, for long. And just Nasdaq too. Nasdaq.
Hot diggity dang, I missed that short.
Was short.
Try to short the 42, 43s. So a little late because I was on the phone with American Express. My card got compromised again.
So it's done.
It's not done, dude. You guys grab a piece? Or are we trying to buy it?
I'm short the Nasdaq, personally, because like the S&P, I don't know, it kind of just started falling off the open. Like
I tried the long in S&P. It's not really working out. Taking some heat right now. Just like
Why are
the
you trying to
area,
get
I got long in the same area pretty much pre-market. They keep like selling here and it keeps rebidding. That's kind of alright. Like I like the area and there was some bids. It's just Nasdaq's too weak, not really helping the case, and they keep offering into lows now. That's not really looking good.
I really like that 43 to 46 level. There's so much up there to enjoy on the short.
For the short.
Hey Michael, yeah, for sure. I'll give Donna the moderator role. I didn't even know she didn't have it, to be honest.
I don't know what happened. She messaged me this morning like I don't even have it.
Oh, wonder if I have it. Hopefully it didn't get hacked.
Well, you have to have it, otherwise we're pretty screwed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You need to have it.
Yeah, my Amex and Discord got nuked on the same day. Come on, guys.
Oh, God.
Don't take away my card and my ability to pay it.
Oh, God. I don't know why I can't do, like, moderator shit on Discord.
Does nobody trust you, bro?
I have the thing, though. My name's Orange.
Okay, let me see. I'll do it right now. So I'm not in the trade. I'm in, so I don't know what happens, but I'll try to do this stuff fun.
I'm gonna cut some NASDAQ in this 880 here.
You have moderator and admin, Vicky. I don't know. Let's figure this out after the.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But I'm not super keen on buying this ES just yet here.
Kenneth, we know about that problem, bro. We're looking for a solution of people impersonating us. It's just I don't really know what to do.
I know of something. We'll talk about it later, though.
Okay, all right, cool. We'll take it offline.
Interesting first bid. 500 buyers step into that 33.5 here on the S&P.
It just gets offered pretty quickly under the negative delta. It's not looking too good. And Nasdaq's still weak. I don't know.
This head fakes down to 32, 31. They hold a bid. I think that'd be really attractive. I think Nasdaq is close to finding some kind of support structure as well. Like into this 34, 33, I'm gonna watch it because they're starting to sell, but buyers are trying to step in to kind of hold their ground here on this ES. Let's see. I keep trying to bid into it. I'll try some here into this like 33-ish. And just clean up my stops here. You want to trade like 2 lots today? I don't know. Got some news coming out in 10 minutes too, though. Nasdaq trade doing pretty well here on the short side. Unlike yesterday. Trying to buy it like 17 times. This time I kind of opened my eyes and my mind a little to realize where we were at. Oh, Nas is dumping like very nicely here into those 865s. That's like a main target. Trying to get along the ES while selling the Nas. Crazy.
The short was so good. They caved out to 920. It was a perfect call. I was looking at the spoo's log. I was like, oh, I gotta do both or either or. Probably I made the spoo's log without the Nasdaq short. Now I'm regretting. We'll see. We'll see. They keep trying to hold, but honestly, as long as like they're offering into like that big cluster of negative delta around 36.75, it's not looking too good for the buyers. We have a news too coming out in 10 minutes.
February, the headline index that's expected to come in at 80, up from the prior month 79. The forward-looking expectations.
Biggie, buy 2ES and short 20 MES. Trust me, it's a sick trade.
Oh, good.
Conditions index is expected to nudge up to 82 from 81.9.
This ES gets stopped out.
Consumer inflation expectations. Short 1 year ahead gauge previously at 2.9%.
Nas is currently up like 85 points. It's making up for this potential loss in the ES here.
Good opportunity. I think it's a really good level. Seems like a order flow.
Yeah, I don't know, they came out at the beginning a bit on the buy side there, trying to hold this level. Maybe I kind of got in a little too soon on that. They looked like they were getting a little stuck. Some buy side was coming in. It's just you lose this like 30-ish level, these like low 30s. I think you probably get a little more downside on the ES here.
You'll be fine. You have a nice stop.
It's dangerously close to that stop.
There.
Like 600 offering 700. The very big seller, and they're dumping this. Like, I gotta stop on that. Nasdaq is up 100 points though.
You get stuck at the 30 though.
Yeah, I know. Ay.
Do it again.
I'm down 3 points on ES, up 100 on Nasdaq. I'll live. Just a lot of weakness right now, and like the way that we keep reoffering, if we couldn't hold the area that they were getting supposedly stuck into this like lower 30, I think there's a little more sell to be had here.
Consistent selling. 1,000 sellers here at 30. So it pops here, I'll try. Give it another shot. Yeah.
Some big selling, man.
Nasdaq making lower lows like crazy. Just thing keeps selling.
Yeah. Potentially down back into the into yesterday's lows. That'd be great.
Keeping eyes on the equity indices. Recent downside being led by the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 does come amid a bit of a reversal, particularly in super micro computers, SMTI shares.
Yeah. Look at this thing. This thing just reversed and died. Holy shit.
On the session, reversing pre-market gains that were quite market.
Well, I bet IWM is getting beat up. I have no interest in buying this market right now. I don't know. I wouldn't say getting beat up on IWM, but oof, this is a big sell here. I wouldn't be buying this. Nasdaq up 130 points. Oh my god, it keeps just going. And almost into yesterday's lows.
That was good. Next big level really on the suppose is the 20 where they held yesterday. But like it just doesn't seem right looking for the long right now.
Holy
Just
shit.
consistent selling into lows.
Bro, this Nasdaq is just getting destroyed. Tech is getting beat up here.
Yeah. You can see it.
$760 on this NQ.
13.75 yesterday's low. It's crazy.
We're not far. Someone bought 4,000 lots into that 20 yesterday. Let's see if they actually hold a bid here. Nice bid off that 20 again.
China.
Nasdaq tags the top of a prior distribution here. Second test of this 20 on a bid, I might just get thrown into this long on the ES. There's some powerful selling for sure, but if someone comes into this 20 again and just buys a shitload, I don't mind buying this, but it really depends on what happens on this 20 now. Right, you come back these like 1820s, if no one holds a bid here, as they did yesterday, like
Fed stress tests.
I'll probably just leave this be. I don't know like where I could short this at this moment.
30 to 32 realistically, you probably have to wait for it, right?
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if I was, yeah, like right now, I'm not gonna necessarily short into this low.
Even if you're short, you're still a buyer right now because you're probably closing out, you know?
Yeah.
Or trailing down, whatever.
Let's see if, yesterday they bought a lot into that 20. I want to see if they do something similar again. Nasdaq running lower here, accepting lower.
getting in along to 1 minute prior to news.
Oh shit, there's news too.
Consumer sentiment. Yeah, consumer sentiment now.
Expected at 80, up from the prior 79. And keep an eye on
God damn it, B. You're right.
where the 1 year and 5 to 10 year
Just bought it.
is where both previously active.
Now we pray.
Yeah, prayer circle.
Prayer circle initiated.
I coined the term for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't heard of Pastor Vic and the prayer circle?
Comes out.
Pastor Dick and Deacon Fatty.
Let's get together, hold hands, kumbaya.
Yeah, man, I usually get into trades before news and then just have to pray them to profitability.
10 seconds.
It works, George. It works.
Well, it's taking a shot for sure. It's gonna go, we know that. There we go.
79 spot 6, that's a miss.
Oof.
And the expectation sub index 78 spot 4, that is above expected 76.5. While the current conditions 81.5, that is a miss on the expected 82. Waiting on those inflation expectations, but headline sentiment 79 spot 6, rising from the past 79, but not as much as the expected 80.
200-point move on this Nasdaq. That's nice.
Someone wasn't praying enough.
Yeah, not hard enough.
No faith.
I'm seeing the figures now. The 1 year ahead.
Oh man, nice little reactive bid here.
While the 5 to 10 year is unchanged at 2.9%.
I'm gonna try it honestly. Second shot on the long.
Yeah.
Missed it. Oh, come back.
Hey, a little more information here. Our friend from yesterday doesn't want to bid 20 again with multiple thousands of lots. I'm very patient here, right? Like, I'd probably be a little more inclined to sell into this. I'm just looking at this NAS position here. One second, let me check something here.
Oh, nice bid. Come on. Oh, that was a nice ball.
I might do this 18 to be honest.
I really don't want it to come down there. Nice. I love the negative delta.
I bought
Nasdaq,
2.
man. Sorry, George.
No, sorry, I was gonna say I tried to get 15 to 16, but I only got 2 of them filled. I mean, I'm not sad, it took off, but didn't get my full fill. Got too greedy.
It happened a little fast.
Right? Oh, it's gonna bounce a little higher here.
I'm gonna flip long on this NAS.
Let's go, Spoos. If you guys got long, like 16, 17, depending on how aggressive you are, or you know, maybe consider taking initials here. I'll take 1, Titan 1. Let's go.
The 730 on NAS, 725. And a flip on the long side there.
Marco, Steve.
It's a little slow on this. I don't know. I've been watching this Nasdaq a little more. This ES, they bid that 18 really well. Sons of bitches. They got pretty stuck into that 20.
Yeah, the monster on the Nasdaq. because it's no need to try to fight it. For me, it's just like when you don't sell, Nasdaq, you like can't look for. Gotta look for the long.
It's true.
35 is that zone. Let's go.
I gotta lead it out here a little bit. On this long. I got 2 contracts. God's sake, I was bidding 8. Got for 1 2.
Has Michael told you about the Michael Schwartz method yet? He preaches it like a pastor.
Yeah, Michael Schwartz method. So he basically gets in all at one level, so there's no partial fills. It's either in or out.
That's very binary of you, Michael. Try to use B9 and not binary.
Approach.
Yeah, I gotta go on mute for a second here. Before I get in trouble.
Did you buy it, Michael? Or did you attempt to sell? I don't know what you're doing. Did you get in on that? Cancelled.
I don't know. I feel like I put a lot of my
those poos.
time and efforts into this into this Nasdaq. I just kind of dicking around on this SMB.
They give 20 to 21 second position or 18 to 20.
Yeah, if it pulls down to 18, like the way that they bid it aggressively from there, I'd imagine they'd want to hold that region. 20, they're pretty trapped on their short there.
So basically 18 all the way to 21, just fill every level.
Yes, sir.
Spray and pray. Yeah.
Best approach you can take. If it comes down there, I'll fill it. If it doesn't, then like, I don't know.
I wanted to shoot up, man. I think it's got legs, because like kind of like Nasdaq had, like got their act together before. They were like just constantly selling. Suppose had no room to pop. Nasdaq is kind of bouncing up right now. Some volume building up too on the way up. Why is Stick so weak, Vic? Do you have like a thesis on that? Or
Why is who?
The day.
What's weak?
Tech, like Nasdaq, triple Q.
Oh, I don't know.
Just Opex.
I'm not sure. Well, I think a big reason actually can be the super microcomputers just took a massive shit today. Like these guys, it's down like $200.
The thing that were no way.
Yeah.
Long pre-market. No way.
Yeah, it was up pre-market at like $70. It's now down like $200. Like that. Honestly, that could be a decent bit of it.
Such an annoying name, super micro, like ginormously small. Like relax.
Nerds, I don't know.
1,200 buyers here. If we crack this 25, we're gonna pop the 31 like right away. If we don't.
The 25 yesterday, same shit. They had like a huge positioning.
Yeah.
I'm long Nas now, so I'm
Let's go, Spoos.
praying this thing goes as well.
Keep going.
I want to believe it too, Fady, but I think it's pullback time, buddy. Okay. I'm with you. I'm long.
I know you're long. It's just like you're destroying my hopium. Right
My
now. I need the hopium pipe immediately.
What you need is a
Let me
dose of
believe.
reality for life. You need a friend to be real with you. That's what you need.
Yo, where is the thing that kicks George out? Do I have that? Or I'm host, right? Do I still have that?
Yeah, you saw
It
it.
ain't gonna change your trade, buddy. I'll be gone, but it won't change your trade.
George, we can pray in peace with you gone.
Okay.
I can't even hold the long in peace, god damn it. Man, just leave me alone.
We can pray in peace when you're gone. You guys,
Good,
a lot of offers up there.
good longs on this.
It's got legs.
I'm slow on the S&P today. I don't know.
I'm pissed. I got 2 lots on there.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Maybe.
Oh shit, they bought a lot at 25 but I only traded like 26, so damn, like it's not looking like that's gonna extend very far right now. It's like, if you guys like have multiple
button for Fady. That's what I was just saying 30 seconds ago, Fady. At the same price.
this is bullying.
George, you're talking shit to the person that holds all the power right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And be careful.
George is speaking truth to power.
Yeah, how dare I question Fady's authoritarianism?
500 buyers, 27. Let's go.
Well, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can admit it. Keep going.
Should have just been bidding that 20.
I guess I'm gonna get those buys at 16, eh?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that.
Wait, it was 18. It was 18.
I'm going pretty by the dip mode, honestly. Whatever dips I get, I think we're just gonna start printing this thing higher. Gonna be one of those runaway days. I'm long Nasdaq into these lows as well. Try to complete this auction to 880.
12 points on S&P. Let's go. That erased like the previous loss and some. It's just it took some patience in the middle, honestly. Or like you don't want to get in front of news. You don't want to get in front of this huge momentum, but like 20 after like a dumped on low volume, then I bounced back up on strong buying at 16, 18. Could have gotten in there.
Laurent, I keep talking because when I'm taunting it, it's going up. Yeah, I think this definitely gonna pull back now. It's definitely gonna pull back.
Why don't you short it, Drew?
The truth responds with truth. Bro, I'm just talking it up for you now. Like I'm out. I have nothing anymore. I'm just watching. Alright, Fady, I will. Ready?
You go for it.
20 and half to 30.
See your stop loss. Buy this shit.
Holy shit, man. I'm actually asleep at the wheel today. I look away for like 2 seconds. I was like, oh, I want to buy this 25.
And I bounced right away, yeah. There's a lot of buy delta there. That's actually a good region.
I am asleep at the wheel.
I might get another shot.
I'll layer them in. See if whatever happens here. Drop this down here, pull this up here, and we're good to go.
You're still long Nasdaq though, Vic, right?
Yeah.
So that's like...
Long NQ, it has to start moving back above this ledge area, 777.80 area. Has to start running above that on the NQs, otherwise we're kind of not looking super sexy.
Nice, Armando, good job.
I might start spraying some micros, honestly. Have like a 4-point fill.
Or, yeah, why they're stop spraying? Never a bad idea. My highest win rate strategy.
Let me fill everywhere.
Not everywhere, as long as like it's within the parameters. It's just it works. You want to see the numbers? It really works.
That's true.
What I love about you, Vic, you don't mind like if you have like a direction or a level, you know, you get in. I like that because it kind of motivates me. It's like I don't mind getting along MES, ES, and NAS that they call it the same time.
I'll do it all.
Yeah. Vic is like I don't really give a shit. So
I'll do it all, bro. I tried to get along this ES too, though. Like I could only fill Nasdaq.
I know. It's like sometimes like I become more lenient towards like risk averse rather than, you know, too much risk taking. But you kind of compensate that because like you're the complete opposite. So
But if
really
it's
helps.
there, man, like shit, these like if it's there, it's worth the risk. Like bet more.
That's true. That's true. But
Like I see the area, I see like them trying to buy it. I'm gonna buy it too. Like yesterday, like I sized up a little once people bought 4,000 lots at 20. I was like, holy shit.
I'm done. I think I'm gonna bail out of this last lot here. Give me 30. Just be nice. Let's go.
I even tried to chase this shit.
Great.
Whatever, I'll just leave them there. I got filled like 3-4 MES on this, trying to fill it into that 27 area. What's it called? Nasdaq up 55 points. Holy shit, playing this on the long side and the short side.
Around about 1991 basis points because yeah, that means we're pretty unwound.
I think Nas can complete a decent bit of the auction to the upside. I think we just start running on this. I'm gonna probably enter by the dip mode for a while now. And Michael says I made up most of my loss on that NQ long, but these days are difficult. Yeah. People are long the NQ, well done. I think these are good areas to cut though. Like you're getting into like 790 right now, you know, from that like 730-ish area. The S&P trying to run too, you start bidding back above these like 30s, 31s. You can see I didn't fill shit. I tried to fill this S&P multiple times. I got like little pieces, but Nasdaq doing the work. I don't want to chase it too high, but I'm going to start just continuously buying dips on this market, I think. Methinks. This Nasdaq, you can see very red volume into 810-ish, 840, 850. Those are two main targets to the upside. Very weak volume until we come into those regions.
I'll drop the early exit so I don't forget. Those low 30s, expect some resistance here, honestly. You have a big, like, negative 1500 on the delta, that 30, and like another between 31.5, another 800. Can be a good good area, honestly, to look for the sell side. But also, like, the opposite trade of that would be like looking for the long around 24, 25. I think we're gonna bounce here up and down for a bit, honestly.
I'm watching this. I want to see if these buyers can step in yet again so I can just pick this up and walk away for the day.
Bro, if I had the Nasdaq short, I would have walked away for the day right there, you know. Do you like have like set take profits, Vic, like for the day, and like you stay to complete them? Because I kind of like don't go that way, or is it like you're just looking for setups?
Like I don't have like a dollar amount in mind. I have a dollar amount for the losses.
Yeah,
like
we all do. That's part of like the risk management progress. Everybody
yeah,
has to, guys. Like just keep that in mind. Daily,
yeah,
weekly,
like
monthly, all that.
yeah, exactly. Like I've got that, but like generally, like my take profits are usually 1-to-1 or 1.5-to-1 my red days, because my red days like generally are much less than the what's it called, than the green days. So like I don't mind risking a bit more when the time comes to it. I'm honestly gonna try to buy this, like, as I want to have a stop under this like 20ish, so I'm probably gonna buy like a few more, maybe down to this like 22, 23 on this ES.
Yeah, I'm down on my last one on that short.
You sure of this 30?
Right, 28 to 30. Yeah.
Yeah, I even told you.
Yeah, I know I did.
Listen here.
Wait.
Listen here. No one shorts this on my watch. Start buying it, people.
It's not one of those moves to get like the new lows. If we do great, because I'm trailing one tiny low, but it's, you know, I think this level is actually decent for a buy. We finally got that pullback.
Yeah, they have to bid it though. This is the only issue here. And then I'll buy one more down to 22 and then just put my stops at a reasonable region. What the hell happened? Okay.
Why they're stop layering? That's basically what I do with like MES. Just fix a savage. He does it with the ES.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna, like, it's Opex. I don't think I'm gonna get a good fill. Right? I think like I don't get very good fills anyways. So like
that helps. The weather stop approach really helps with that. You know, you don't really need to, hammer it, be too accurate. It kind of gives you like more room. So it's good, man. It's good. Just don't overdo it. Like, don't widen your stop and still take 2-3 shots at the level. That's the key thing here. It's like, okay, I'm gonna shoot once, use a wider stop, let the bracket play out, but like I'm not gonna keep shooting. This isn't a 2-point risk or 3-point risk trade that's wider. So the idea here is like just do it once. Keep doing it. Nice
Yeah.
bounce there. Big long. Nice. Nice. Anybody tried the long again? Or tell us. Love to hear it.
That 30 is probably going to cause a problem, realistically, if we get back up there again. Some fat sellers are coming in. They're not respecting that 25 super well right now. Yeah, hold a nice bit above this 25 if this thing's gonna continue here. I'm also putting a little more risk on than normal because keep in mind I had one lot running 200 points on NASDAQ. That's $4,000. So like if I lose $500, I'm not affected in the slightest.
You're wagering market money.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are kind of struggling on the bid. It looked pretty good at the beginning of this, like the entry of this move, but the fact that they keep holding an offer here, I don't love that.
Yeah, I wanted to see 28.5 again to 30 for one more short, but it's a good compromise, Vicky, because you get your first take profit.
Yeah, I'd want to see into that 30. That's going to be the main target area for this if there's actually a bid on this to see if how they react. But the
A little concerning that last bid up couldn't even get to that prior top.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
The hesitation here. Oof.
So just a note doing the rounds here via Goldman Sachs. Just commenting in wake of the data, they say core producer prices were stronger than expected in January, and along with the CPI data and the PPI data, they reckon that January core PCE was up 0.43%. Additionally, just for those who monitor the minutiae, they also lower their Q1 GDP tracking estimate to 2.3% from 2.5%. And just note that forecast from Goldman for 0.43%. That doesn't compare to the PCE core print in December, which was 0.2. So Goldman Sachs crew expecting a tick up in inflation in January.
As expected, it just keeps rotating 27, 28 down into 24, 25. Both of these trades are good. It's just which one is gonna have like more upside. Like
I'll see you at 560, fatty. That's my take on that.
And he's got two dirty wicks on those bullish candles. Like the downside, like nasty reversal. Yeah, I don't know. Looks good.
Would you rinse and repeat that short, George?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I got one. Just 3 lots. I had one at 23 quarter, didn't so.
When do you move to break even? After your first take profit?
Yeah, after the first one, I'd be trying to get a take profit at 25 half if I did get filled around.
Your first take profit is 4 or 5 points. Are you lenient toward that, or
just
you just stick to the bracket? Just in this case,
because you got the 1585 at the 25, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And then I try to match the stop off to the first TP. Sometimes, you know, vary 1-to-1 on the initial, then get to break even, and then hopefully start looking downward on the chart to plan the next level. That certainly would be easier if I just got stopped out with less management.
Yeah, it's not the ideal scenario though. That is far from ideal. These guys are getting sloppy with this. This is real Opex now.
I don't know, the 25 today, hey?
It's getting rotational, which I don't like. It's going to rotate into this area, then it's going to piss me off. I'm going to close it out too early. The thing's going to run to 45, and I'm going to be like, shit.
Yeah. Those rotationals, it's tough to get a read on what's going to happen. You know, it's like, you keep looking for information, but you're not really getting anything significant.
What I don't like about this is, like, we're closer to a support structure here where theoretically, right, a lot of people are getting long into that 25 yet again. If we can't extend above it convincingly, it kind of starts to lose its ability. They come in trying to constantly bid this, but my brother, the follow through.
Shall I call the Prince Vic?
Call him. Call him,
have
but
that cheat going. He
tell,
supports the markets at a grade 12 through his phone.
tell him to not short though. Shorting is haram. Come on. Good stuff.
Unchanged at 2.9% as for Q1.
What kind of random news is that?
He's been saying some irrelevant stuff lately, or is it just me?
No, he
It's
has
just
like
Oh, Newsday, man.
like yesterday. I don't even know what it
I
was.
think, yeah, he was bringing up some like very irrelevant stuff. I'm like, he's trying to earn his paycheck, I guess. I'm not judging.
Filling the dead air with something, I guess.
I'm great at that.
I didn't say it was a good thing.
So great at it.
That's fair. Stick to your guns.
My story, I'm sticking to it, Vicky. Man, we popped that 27. I actually ended up buying it, but these wicks at the bottom are pretty interesting. I think it's one of those situations where the shorts have had so much time now that yeah, it might work. But I just get a sense it's gonna swipe that top, run that 35, and then we figure it out from there.
That'd be absolutely fantastic.
Shorts have had a lot of time, bro. Like
yeah. I'm just still a little salty. I couldn't be fast enough to buy that 18.
Careful, you might get a chance to do it.
Damn it.
Learn from me. Taunting doesn't work. Took one off here.
Nice.
Run. Rock on, dude. Sorry, guys.
30 is trading back into this area. I'd probably suggest trying to cut into this 30.
Nice.
These offers are running away. But this is also where I wanted to short it, so I'm being super cautious here. I'm not getting too greedy.
Not getting too greedy? Couldn't be me.
Not getting too greedy, not at the right place.
There's this 30, 31 area. That's what we like to see. I might just leave only one on this. Honestly.
Walk away trade for the day?
Kinda. Like, ideally we don't come back and see that 25. Otherwise, like, whatever, I get taken out on it. I'm long 7 billion micros as well, so.
Yeah, the micros are easier to run. It's just with the minis, honestly, like tight and stop. Especially with like 4 lots.
Yeah, like it's up $400 a contract. Like I don't know, I don't.
Yeah, absolutely. The profit is more on the mini side. It's easier to run on the micro because like you have like 8 to 10, probably more. I don't know how big you go there. Like I'm pretty sure you went like 15s.
I told you 7 billion. The whole market is me.
The whole book is just no way of.
Yeah, I've logged 20 micros, so like 2 ES.
Yeah, that's you can run those.
Just so I have the malleability to like be able to do whatever the hell I want with them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. I love this.
Solid trade, up like 10 handles or so. You gotta be cautious into that like 35, I guess. If we can bid back above that, I think we trade into the 50s. I'll try to hold this as much as I can. And that's it.
See, on that trade, starting the short is ultimately what qualified me for the long. It's interesting sometimes.
How do you see it this way? Because you were short and you noticed like they're not going down? Is that what it is with the
I
weights?
just couldn't get up to the level where I wanted to short. So it's like, okay, buyers aren't that strong. But then at the same time, these shorts, yes, they're holding it down, but they're not breaking below that 25. And the longer it took, the more I'm like, it gets to 28, I'm going to sell. But to get rid of my long, not to open up a short. I'm still a seller at the same level, right?
Got you, yeah. That's a good note there, George.
Yeah, so I was trying to tell Reese this morning too. I had the charts open. She's looking at the computer, and I'm like, whether you're long and I'm short, as long as we're trading the edges and being smart, we're doing the same transaction. It's just we're doing a different one first.
35.
Yeah, I'm done. That's it.
Nice
trade.
Nice trade, George.
Thank you. And then we'll see Vicky get 50 today. I'll be pissed, but that's like.
Well, I picked up the high and the low of NASDAQ, so at this point, honestly, if this trade goes, it just blows up in my face on the ES, I couldn't care less. But it can't, theoretically, because my stop is there, unless something bad happens.
Yeah. Marco, you're right. Thank you, brother. Good reminder. Winner is a winner. You're right.
Unless the loser.
Then he's wrong.
There you go. Well, 35 trades, I feel like it's a very good area, honestly. But I personally would like to see them play a little game of leapfrog to punt us higher. I'm looking at this. I'm just trying to think, if I was long the 18s as I originally had wanted, would I still be in this?
The last trade take profit I had was the 30. I think that's how big how big of a trade you had that determines, right? Because on the way up, there's levels where you just gotta taper 24, 25, initial take profit, then the 30. Depends on your size. If you had 20 micros, I'm pretty sure you would be still in this.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I had those 3 yes that I wanted, after all of this, up, down, would I really be in this?
Yeah, tough. Holding through those rotations is just tough.
Yeah. This 35 is a major area, you got POC sitting at 34 quarter as well.
Also, Fady, the train of thought there too was the short off the 30. You know how it goes sometimes? It takes a long time. It'll first it'll break and wipe everyone out, and then come back down. So it's that was the other reason. I was saying touch 35 and then we'll see what happens. Not saying I'd be short here, but
I want this to be the bottom, and we just keep running up, complete this thing. Completion. If Opex has taught me anything, we're running higher.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it before I get stuck in the meat mincer.
Take care, brother.
Fun trading. Opex to you guys. Let you guys have fun. Enjoy your weekend. Get some rest. And yeah, this is fun. Thanks for having me. You guys have a good day. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, Boxy.
Oh, by the way, before you leave, you might notice or not notice, but just in case anyone else leaves, remember on Monday, it's President's Day. Markets close at like noon or 1, whatever it is. So room's gonna be closed. No trading Monday. You get like a few hours of trading in the morning that are gonna be super low volatility and volume. So I highly suggest against it.
It's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Any reward. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Long weekend, but doesn't mean there aren't things to do, right? Tighten up the plan, like somebody said to them. Have some fun. And love you guys. Take care. Vicky, Boxy, Fetty, thank you guys. Peace.
Take care. Peace. Have a good weekend.
This thing can't keep going up.
Hey, careful.
Hey, last time it helped you guys. It's stuck here. It's over. It's over for you guys.
It's so over.
How about we do the poll? What do you think, Vic? Are you looking for any more trades or anything?
Nah, man. I'm just in longs right now, and I pray I see the new highs. That's my trade.
Me too, bro. I'm not in longs, but I pray you see the new high.
Thank you.
Still up, sir.
All the praying helps. Just kidding. Nice. CS is up 12 handles now. So I pulled off this like 36 area a little hard here, down 4 points right now. Let's see. This region, right? It's an area. You gotta be cautious about that. POC too. Ah.
Tradepro Academy, let's close this call out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Seahawks, Eagles.
What the heck is that? Sorry about that, guys.
What the hell was that? Pretty split even day.
Yeah, let's see the early exit though, because I feel like if you're up, you probably didn't stay all the way to the end. But yeah, like, tell us guys what went wrong, or some, like, I personally had like 3 trades overall today. I bought it once at 35, bought it one lot pre-news, like I was like more like a feeler, and then I bought it like 17 to 18 on the way down. So those were my 3 trades. The first 2, one was very small size, and the first one took a stop, but the third one was like a decent run to the upside. So I think like that's a decent way to evaluate your day. Like what levels did you take? How many did you take? And yeah, what were like the outcomes? Did you miss trades? Did you not take any? If you're down, like please like reflect on that and let us know so we can help. Internet thing cut off here.
Laurent, I saw that comment about having the dob up. I'm glad it helps you guys. Not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah. No, it's not really. I give you full credit for doing that. Honestly, it's like trading in itself is stressful, and like Vic just carries on more stress because it's just like the pressure of like being watched and like feeling responsible.
Yeah,
So it's
for
definitely
sure.
not an easy task. Respect, bro. You're the only one that does that out there, so fill your ego as much as you can. Awesome. Thank you for the numbers, Box. I'll put those in. You wanna do a wrap up on oil?
Sure. So, kind of like we talked about, well, market went sideways and ranged, then it kind of punched back down towards its VWAP. Came below it, and now we've broken above it. So we're below the open, above the VWAP. Looks like we're doing an open to VWAP type movement at this moment. If you're going to trade it, monitor your risk, trade like a trade pro, and preserve that capital. Gentlemen, thank you for another great week. I hope you, Barbara, and all of Tradepro Academy has a great rest of today, a great weekend, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday. Ciao.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Boxy.
Boxy. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, 62% live positive, and on sim we have 100%. That means like some people were down. Like I'd love to hear, what went wrong. What levels did you trade? It's good to talk about this either to other members in the community, like you guys do pre market. Like today, I seen great stuff. And like to us too, so if you'd like to share, it would really help. I personally for me, I struggle. I was like, I missed the short on Nasdaq, and I got long the S&P, and I was like, it seems like there is no really real long on the S&P. But then the news came out, and they flushed below 20, got rebid back up on a pretty strong bid. It made sense to enter, and that one trade kind of compensated. So if you would like to give us like some context, that'll be great. Vic, back to you, bro.
Yeah, like you saw me get stopped out of two lots into that like 30, I don't know what I was buying, 33, 34. I tried smaller size there because like it was like very close to the open. It was an okay level, but like just from an order flow perspective, they bought like a massive amount at 20. So I wanted to see if they held that. The head fake below and the rebid back above was great. I just missed it honestly. And then back into these like larger deltas into that 25, 23, I really liked it. So I got long and I'm still long. Nasdaq was really, really good, honestly, today. Like bottom and top. That's like doesn't always happen, but like freaking amazing moves. And generally speaking, right? Like if you were buying this the whole way down, obviously, like you're not gonna. It's probably not the best of days. But Marco had a question. Any suggestion to when the market profile is extended like this? I get scared to keep trading, tend to walk away. Well, this is just a trend move, right? So just consider where you are in the grand scheme of things. I think like the best piece of advice in situations like that is if you look at things very microscopically and you're looking at this like in the current move, which obviously you want to see what the current move is, but if you're only positioned based on that, you miss the larger scheme of things. Like value area low gets traded from yesterday, the prior distribution area where 4,000 people got long yesterday, right? When we come back into those are areas where you'd expect some kind of bottoming to happen, right? So just consider where the big areas are, where the big extremes are. The market drops 30, 40 points into an area that has a good chance of bidding, right? That doesn't stop me from trying to buy it. Like, just understand where you sit in the grand scheme of the market, right? What had happened at certain levels, right? Buyers, sellers, who's kind of holding that. Just always take a step back if you get too flustered of what the current move in the situation is. You take a step back, you see things for what they are. This range chart, by the way, if anyone's asking, it's a 12 tick. Again, right? Like if you're new and you're looking at this range chart, it doesn't do anything for me. It's just a nice visual representation of how markets move, right? Mainly just like focus on the depth of market as well as these profiles. Yeah, on Sierra chart you can, like with the DOM, if you're not used to Sierra charters DOMs in general, right, I suggest playing around with them a bit to get better usage before you start trading them live. I've made that mistake before. If you have any other questions here. Wrap up this morning. I'm probably just going to leave for the day, honestly. I have my longs already set. I've taken profit on a lot of them, and then now just praying I see 56. That's it. More confirmation. I'm always looking for more confirmation to qualify a level, and you end up missing a trade. So what would you define as more confirmation realistically? Because especially at the beginning, I get it for sure. I think the more you see it play out, the more repetitive you get. Like let's say, well, because I use the DOM like pretty much for confirmation and use the order flow tools for that. So like for me, the more I repeat the DOM pattern of someone buying, right, the better I get at being able to buy. Sometimes, right, like today I missed that area, but realistically, when you're looking at the DOM, all it takes is a buyer to hold to get confirmation, right, the way I see it. So, like, for example, if you have very big positive delta that keeps going bid, there was like 6 times you could have entered into this 24, right? For me, these guys that kept buying into that 25, right? I like that. I like that as a continuation for the long. That's a nice bid, right? People getting trapped into the short side, that's fine, but you need a buyer to be long, you need a seller to be short. So I think one of the main things is just like a little more screen time and honing that pattern and understanding where the deltas are, right? One of the big things that can help is identifying those deltas. Big deltas, right? Positive, negative. You want to see if they hold or if they fail, right? Consistently. And like some of them you miss, right? Some of them they happen very quickly, but the ones that last a little longer and you see constant bid, constant bid, constant bid, those are the ones that you start getting at the beginning, right? And as you get better, as you replay more, you start understanding where those like quicker moves are. Like yesterday, for example, I don't think it hung around that 20 very long, but like once they bid 4,000 at 20, I was like, buy, 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 just in case I missed it, right? I missed this one at the 18s today, but does that help a bit, Kevin, or are you just more confused at this point? Yeah, once the buyers come in and you think it's a little, if you think price is too far, just like let it go and then try to bid like maybe like a few ticks above the area you wanted to buy. So like you were trying to buy the 20s like me, and then the 24s, 25 just feels too far. I get that, but if you run up like this, right, keep in mind you get a very nice extension from the 20s. You come into an area into the 30 where there's a very large negative delta, and they fail there, right, at the beginning. So like my thought process is like I don't really want it to come back into the 20s. I want them to start bidding higher, which would help, right, this extension past the 30 get started, right? So if someone buys like net 1700 at 25 and like they get trapped into 24 trying to short it constantly as it pulls back, right? That is confirmation that they're buying it higher, which tells me that there's a very high probability we're going to start running above that 30, right? So it's like if that 25 didn't have a massive positive delta and they didn't keep buying into it, right? I wouldn't have been as daring, I guess, to try to buy that level. I would have waited a bit more, right? It is situational for sure, but I think again, the more you practice, the more you replay this, the more you'll understand it, because there's certain things that need to kind of line up. It's not like, okay, 20 goes bid and then everything else like you don't give a shit about it and then you start buying 30, right? That's not how it works. 20 goes bid, I would have liked to be 20 long, right? I tried to buy 18, didn't work. So what do I do next? I want to find an area where these bids are strong, right? You watch how the bid goes up to the 30. Very strong bid, very weak offer. And then, okay, where did someone buy it aggressively, right? A little higher that I could potentially get in. And then if that didn't work, let's see what the 20 holds for me. If nothing's there, then you just leave it alone, and that's that. For those asking, yeah, Sierra does have a sim account built in. You can change it from sim to live. If you have like more questions about this stuff, like just check it on Discord, like at me in Discord, and we can talk about stuff like that there, like share some trades, get some ideas flowing, right? That's what it's there for, because we have the remainder of the day pretty much. So I'll be in Discord for a bit. I'll try to see if this thing can run into the end of the day. Other than that, take care, everyone. I'm going to log off here. If you have any more questions, you know where to find me in Discord. Just post them in there, and then we'll chat on Tuesday. Since the markets are closed on Monday, keep that in mind. Thanks to everyone that came to watch, and we'll do it again and again and again. Check out TradeProAcademy.com for those on YouTube, and our live trading room that's open every day. Thanks, Boxy and Fetty, and everyone.